Welcome on back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 and to the finale for our legendary Kroq-Gar Immortal Empires campaign. We're going to start today's episode off with a battle of Lizardmen versus a whole heap of undead pirates. They've got some reinforcements coming in a minute 6, so hopefully we can hold them and destroy this first group before the secondary squad comes on in, and I very much plan on using ashes and dust to send the undead back to their watery graves. If we were to auto-resolve it, we lose 2 units of our elite Temple Guard, as well as the unit of our Ancient Salamander, which I am not here for, so let's dive on in and crush the Awaken. Alright, so they're going to deploy directly in the center there. That works 100% for me. We'll start up our deployment with all of our Chillhop riders ready to kind of rush on through and eliminate. Have the one skink skirmisher ready to stop. Oh, I hit it right. He's basically going to charge directly into the bloated corpse here. It'll probably take some fire from the deck guns, but that's okay. Someone's got to do it. We'll have our 2 artillery pieces set up and ready to fire immediately on first the deck gunners and then those blade claw catapults. I'm going to have our entire Temple Guard Corps hanging out in the jungle. Let's go 2 of them up front. These 3 is kind of our backup legion. We'll do Razor Dawn defending the flank. Saurus Scarvet also kind of defending up front there. They've got... He's on a Carnosaur, correct? Yeah, nice and terrifying. Or both sides, Mazdamundi taking the center. They're gonna know where they're at, but that's fine. The Colo Chargers, I think I'm gonna keep them up on the top of the hill here, and we'll try to charge them down. Ancient Salamanders ready to stop anything from getting too much closer. And then our Parasaur Rider teams to worry the enemy Flayers. Alright, that looks good. Let's get all of our single entities as a squad. The Temple Guard Infantry, all of our artillery beasts, and then the cavalry. Let's do it. Also, before we do, what kind of skills do you have here? Combination of Cities, a Flamestorm, and the Bound, and the Rod of the Storm too? What kind of spells? Piercing Bolts of Burning for 5, or I'm sorry, for 7. Alright, fair enough. Give them the business. Going to delete those 2 units first. Go ahead and move you all up. Same thing with Smashy Boys. Go ahead and run right into that bloated corpse. Leg shots come flying. Our beasties can handle that no problem. I have to get you 2 off of guard mode because they're so dangerous. Here's our rider teams to keep moving. But they're gonna shoot at you guys just a bit here. No problem. Look at the deck guns would get wiped out just by leadership falling there. And there you go, Parasaur Riders. Keep using those pre-combat weapons. Now we'll move the Chillhops around. Let's go find the other explosive boy to go blow up. Fire Leech ammo on Margaret Kelly sounds great for the Fire Leech debuff. Move them around behind here. Wait for those armies to come in, and then I'm going to go ahead and activate Ashes and Dust immediately. Here they come. Oh, enjoy. We're not going to get this first group, but we'll can get everything else coming in. What, they're nice and far apart, aren't they? Let's save it. Chillhop's charge. Pretty much everything, just give them a good charge. Maul those clan rats. Alright, artillery beasts. Move up. You can start blasting these Syrenes, that would be just glorious. Mazdamundi and co. Let's move. The jungles are our biggest advantage here. go ahead and get you all moving back. We have pretty well dealt with this first group here. Let's move them all through to annihilate these deckhands. This chameleon moving away himself. Don't really want to go for the Thunderbolt. Delete those Sirens. We'll have you go after... Oh, our poor Skate. Alright, Jellocks, you guys keep moving. We'll bring the Parasaur Rider teams in this direction. He was actually already well away as the Jellocks are getting smacked. We're gonna bring them out of that bit there. Try to focus fire down at Mason and Brian. Interesting name there, sir. Alright, Carnosaur, your job is to deal with these. Let's kind of sit and wait. That's a lot of undead all in one spot, so we'll just go ahead and give them the ashes and dust. Deck droppers are going to be hard to hit just because they're all going to be kind of hiding from us. Alright, Parasaur Rider teams, come on. Come on back. Osmundi in. Drop heals in this first core group here. Goes a little bit slow. Ashes and Dust took out half their squad. We didn't really get to see it, which is a little bit sad. Yeah, Halox, you can come on in this direction. Parasaur Rider team, go ahead and focus down Margaret Kelly together. Razor Dawn are not doing great. You can hunt down those Sirens, get some fire weakness on them. Carnosaur, get in there and help. Ooh, we got hit by some serious artillery then, didn't we? Move them straight in after those mortars. Alright, Jellocks, let's keep moving wide and go after the gun mob here. Deck droppers are going to be annoying like that. Let's keep hunting down individual groups to get you away from that hero there. In fact, let's bring up some of our own Temple Guard to help. Mazdamundi, we've got all sorts of spells. We've got bound spells for days with you. Some Flamestorm there. And overcast the heals on yourself and Temple Guard. Ruination of cities and rip it through that direction. Razor Dawns. Moving Jellocks kind of smash in. There's 3 gun squads. Each of you can go ahead and pick one. Give them a hug. Razor Dawns, go ahead and fall back just a bit there. Let our 2 Juradons snipe those deck droppers. Turn and destroy. It's like most of the undead have learned not to mess with the Lizardmen. Fall back here. There we go. I see a lot of undead that are crumbling away. Let's send one of the Parasaur or these Jellocks should work fine. Parasaur Rider teams need to kind of get you away so you can throw yourself at people. Alright, really dedicated to dealing with our Sea Beam engine. That's a Wounded Lord. That should break the rest of these leadership. There we go. You're at victory, I think not. Let's speed that along, and that is a glorious win for Mazdamundi. Won the battle there. But unfortunate, but we are going to continue on our way. So we are here currently with Kroq-Gar preparing for the invasion of the kind of final Karak-Zorn settlements. We've got this first group of Dawi, and then their reinforcements coming in from over here. We have, firstly, our Rostral, our Saurus Old Blood with the 2 Mako Pleurodons, and then Kroq-Gar in behind him. So this will be a little bit confusing because it'll be from the battle with Mazdamundi basically cut straight here because there was no mic the entire time. I cut it a little bit too late. So instead of restarting the entire episode, we'll salvage things and have a couple of good battles here against the dwarves. So plans, because they have artillery. We're going to set up the normal Saurus up front. A thunderous one, taking damage for them. I'm going to throw the other Saurus mace well out of the sides. We're going to use our artillery and our cavalry to deal with this group on this that's initially facing us here. Don't think we've got any flyers that can be used to go after their helicopter teams. We'll just have to use our skeet skirmies for that. Skeet skirmishers and the Sauropod Bola Riders. I'm gonna throw the Yemi Boro onto this angle to cut off any kind of escape. The Mako Pleurodon will be in charge of crashing in from either angle, so we got one here, one big shark monster on the other side. Then we'll have the two Spearsaurus hanging out behind. Making sure we've got quite a long line to surround the enemy with, or they can cut inside if they need to. Alright, so we'll have all of our big monsters moving on in. We'll have the Parasaurs back behind again, looking for any kind of flanks to smash into. That looks good to me, so we'll have main characters. Favorite our Colossodon Rex. Good, intimidating. Blessed Skinks, Sauropods, anyone that has missiles. Get them in guard mode, except for you two. All our Cav. Alright, Battle for the Ages. Let it begin. Kryptonoth, you go ahead and delete that unit of miners. Those Longbeards are yours. Bring them through the woods. We'll have them all go after the gyrocopters. Two amazing shots with those Nova engines. Mako Pleurodon, go dive in. Get feasting. To avoid the bombs they're going to be dropping. And we're going to lose quite a few Sauropod riders to the bombs. That's alright though. Now they've revealed themselves, our Yemiboro can maul the Rangers and the surviving Longbeards here. Those miners got deleted. Alright, let's get turned. Round, just go ahead and charge through into these Rangers here. Colossal Strike, whatever you got. Having a real bad day. We even need to go for the Ashes of Dust here on when they spawn in. So as for our new squad, let's go ahead and just get them directly in to be a big nuisance. Saurus up. Cav, kind of sweep around. Amakanth, get ready to charge through. Secondary Nova engine, and all of our Cav just kind of come on around. 25 seconds. This first group looks fairly bloodied. Alright, Nova engines, get up so we can actually get into a combat, move up with this group too, and we'll just kind of leave these guys on back. Our enemies approach. We will Ashes and Dust this first group immediately here. With the Sword of Hit here is all the goodies. Ashes and Dust activates. Look at that damage. We'll Headhunter the enemy lord here. So he can time them up so no one's going anywhere. And that's just the map wide, we get extra reload speed and they get to not move. Alright, now we drop down some space lasers. Some rocks. Some more can't move. Oh, we lost the rock. Let's drop some chain lightning. Look at the space laser work. Oh, wolves. They get what they deserve. I do feel bad for them a little bit. And then just for good measure, we lightning storm in the middle here, right? I think so. Saurus, go ahead and move in and capture them. Although none are leaving here alive. Drop their armor a bit. about something that's going in the books. All of the great books of grudges they have. Every copy. Thought you were masters of lightning. Wrong. Horrified screams. Oh, here comes the secondary army. Sweet. After we already utilized most of our goodies. I think they're just going to turn and run pretty much immediately. Anything that's not a goblin hewer. Please go ahead and stop them from firing. They turn and immediately run away. Means we get another battle afterwards, too. There's no friendly fire. Splitting them up there, Kroq-Gar. Saurus v. Slayer is definitely the side of the Saurus. Those are very high damage, but Saurus you at least have the shields and such. What a glorious fight. Oh, you two, really. Go ahead and just get rid of these gyrocopters. They need to go away. They're unbreakable. Alright, anything that's artillery, go ahead and calm down. We definitely didn't even use everything. Now to units on the ground. Well, they'll be on the ground shortly, don't you worry. Maybe not what they meant. We'll win that battle handily. Right, a decisive victory. So decisive, we need a new category. We gained 266 offerings, really. So we pasted a few too many of them. Settlement Garrison, though, mostly came in and immediately ran, which, I mean, I can't blame them. I would have as well. We'll exterminate those that remain. And all you all really missed was we tried to chase Thorak, he ran away, and one of the other armies that was kind of sitting here with him actually allowed us to fight that battle outside of Karak-Zorn. So now, the Maiming Shield, Rawstrahl and company can just finish Zorn with an auto-resolve. And the Dawi fall with a win. I'll go ahead and sack for 23,000. Don't mind if I do. They may have had some deeps buildings going in here finally. Man, if you start being able to, as the greenskins or any of the normal enemies of the dwarves, can you actually start sacking settlements that have those deeps? I'm sure you're getting 50,000 plus gold per sack, which sounds amazing. Alright, we'll go ahead and destroy this building. Yes, the Mystic Barriers. Thorak has no more settlements, so he's going to have to come back and fight us. So that final epic battle against Thorak I really want, we can definitely have. We also have to deal with these clowns here with Mazdamundi. We auto-resolved. He was surrounded by a couple of armies here, which we auto-resolved, and we lost single units, which we're just going to go ahead and replace real fast with the Mako. We lost one of our Razor Dawn hunting pack, which those are not all that great anyway. We shall replace the King of the Seas. We'll auto-resolve PD here as well, just make sure there's no more undead in our lands. Then we will fall back to Burgone. Don't really care if they take Chillhop. We've got 46,000 gold sitting here. Mountain of the Moon definitely needs some walls, upgrades. Final wall upgrade there sounds perfect. Hexawaddle. Oh, hang on. Let's not waste. We can go for all of Hexawaddle's landmark buildings. We get the Blessed Incubator for 100 cages of exotic animals, as well as 25% less upkeep for all of our feral beasties. And also the Stellar Pyramids of the Southern Skies. One more recruit rank for lores, 12% research, and more Winds of Magic for all armies. We can just get everything here. Hexawaddle is now maxed out. And do the same at Teotihuacan. Let's do Zlotlan first. Oh, we've got a way to turn. Okay, then Teotihuacan we can absolutely go for, or the Temple Avenue. Got buildings by 12%. That one's cheaper. What about Teotihuacan? Crimson Pyramid of Sotek for post-battle loot. Yeah, so we'll come on back down to Temple Avenue and increase our income. Glorious. It hasn't been moved. That's because he's trying to hunt a Kugath, but it looks like he doesn't even need to. Kugath appears to have met his match. So now it's time to worry about the Dawi Czar. Fair enough. Let's come on back to Shatterstone Isle and make sure control. Oh, we're already at 91 control. Love to see it. Seattle, let's go ahead and fall back just a little bit with our ambush. Don't want to get hit by 2 armies at once. More Fire Leech Oil for that squad. Really, all we're kind of waiting for is that the final battle with Thorek. Let's grab that Deliverance of It's a 2 here. See if Thorek comes this way instead. We'll see. He might just go after one of the smaller settlements like Kasabar so he has something. Then we can have kind of a fun battle then, because that'd be a lot harder for us to hold the line. Our last lord hasn't been moved. We can bring you over to defend here too. Alright, sweet. So I'm just going to ignore everything except for the commandments, of which we should go for the alignment of order at Karak-Zorn. And we'll end the turn. Old Grimlock, let the praise speak first. Hey there, Amon. He has ended his trade agreement with us. How rude. I love that Thorek just decided to run. We got some greenskin trespassers. We'll go ahead and should be able to intervene and just auto-resolve that one. Especially if we ambush him. Skaven Pelt Banner gives you Frenzy, so let's give that to our Kroq-Gar, and then more damage just with these lads. Beautiful stuff. Take your punishment. Yeah, Thorek just running is really unfortunate. That means our final battle. So I wanted the final battle to be with Kroq-Gar, our light mage that I built all up thematically. So you can kind of see his final themed army here. All I did was kind of, instead of the previous Razor Dawns or the Firestream jets I was going for, we just decided to go for the Cherubin gun teams to kind of snipe out individual dwarf lords. Thorek's just going to run. Which is unfortunate, really. He's going to run and go hit Kroq-Gar. Or Qatar, that is. We can't reach. So we'll just drop into an ambush here. See if we can draw him in, and then he's obviously going to go after Qatar. Or he's going to have to keep chasing, unfortunately. So Rawstraw, we know how the dwarves can be, so let's go ahead and move up. Make sure we don't get attacked through that direction. Nakai can be in charge of defending Karak-Zorn, and we can just send Kroq-Gar after him and march. Kroq-Gar can handle the attrition better than anyone else. Thorek shames his ancestors by running. Mazdamundi. They didn't go for Jahutek, so let's move up and reset up here. There's Margaret Sawkins.
I am denied.
I am denied. You are indeed. We'll go ahead and get the secondary point of piercing, bolts of burning. Good grief, he is so good. Lustria Rises upgraded Mazdamundi something proper, because he has got a terrible spellbook on vanilla. Easily one of the worst. Spitzel for a big boy Kroq-Gar. Mentor here. Stuart, you can also be a mentor soon, but let's go for Woundmaker and Scarred Vet ×2. Box of Convoy gets the Beast Driver. Rawstraw becomes an Enforcer of Order. Henry gets healthier and thicker of arm. Trevor, looks like you were down to just your leadership buffs, which you don't need, so let's go for control. Trent will go Scarred Vet onto Colossal Strike. Slippery for the Prowler. We have a Bloody Blade and Blade Shield. For this chief, War Party gives us more speed for all of our skinks. Probably a good call, but let's get extra replenishment first. Axiatal's trying to lure Abyssa in for a fight, but she is absolutely not having it. Maybe we need to get him a secondary lord to kind of act as bait. Go to the Skullcarver's abode, which will take up to the Temple Precinct for just an absolute heap of money. Listen, Axiatal's fine. Draw him back just a little. Ooh, that's 45%. Don't like to see that. Where do we get 60% again? Just here? Ooh, it dropped kind of in general. Wonder why. Really? So only 45%. Let's fall back to the bridge then. Oh, even if we don't get the ambush, we at least have a choke point battle. Weaken Slaanesh as much as possible, then we'll go ahead and end the end of the turn here. Alright, so a group of Gakolo reveal themselves to the expedition. They cannot talk and choose not, or choose not to. The fact that they're not attacking can only mean that they wish to hunt alongside us. We will expand their horizons. Join our squad. Asabar has been besieged. Oh, perfect. Now Kroq-Gar does get to show off his specialized army here. Beautiful. Well, let's go ahead and do some sacrifices. Jungle Swarm, melee attack. We'll definitely take the extra accuracy. While defending. Strength while attacking, so let's go ahead. Since we are going to be on the attack there, so let's grab this one, and then we'll finish it up with the sacrifice to Sotek. And rather, Thorek. I won't get Kroq-Gar involved. Let's have it a mano-y-mano. Kroq-Gar versus Thorek. First, we'll make sure you're all equipped up with a bunch of goodies. At least if we can. So some Armor of Destiny. The Piranha Blade. Let's go, actually, Scimitar of the Sun Resplendent. Or we can give that to one of his attendants there. Let's go, Potion of Healing we'll take from Axiatal. The Maiming Shield. And for a weapon, do we have any that just lock someone in place? We'll go ahead and combine stuff up. We could likely just beat it with an auto-resolve, but that'd be rather lame. So Maiming Shield plus the other Maiming Shield grants to me a Giant Blade. You'd love to see it. We'll give you the Giant Blade. And the Gleaming Pendant of Chotek. We can lock people in place. You can take the other Gleaming Pendant. You can go ahead and take the Piranha Blade there. Helm of Discord and one of the... Oh, looks pretty good to me. Terrifying Mask of Eve for even more scary Kroq-Gar. Alright, we are as juiced as possible. Kroq-Gar v Thorek. Oh, a close victory. You'll love to see it. We sally out on the field. I'll try to keep the garrison behind our main force. This has to be a proper showing. We've got cannons and flame cannons. This one has the kind of trap shot. We got this. Do the thing. Alright, glorious. We need to have ourselves a proper thematic formation, too, for this final battle here. Alright, so you guys all are part of the garrison, so you stay, like, over here. I don't mind the skinks actually being up front to be a bit of a cannon soak for us, so we'll let them be our glorious cannon fodder. Well, the Ornisaurus is huge. Come here, you. Look at this beastie. King of the skies, indeed. mean, it dwarfs the normal large ground monsters. That's insane. Oh, it actually has different animations on the ground. Alright then. We got poisonous. Oh. That's cool. Let's go ahead and grab our Temple Guard then. So we'll do you three up front. Army split just enough for the big beasties to kind of waddle on through, no problem. Get Zolodocus there. Guard. And the last Temple Guard. There we go. What I'm gonna do is actually trade the Zolodocus for this side, put one of the revived crystals in here. The other one can kind of hang out in this position. We've got so many big beasties. Kroq-Gar Elder and defending our Gyrodons. You behind. Kroq-Gar also. Let's got our 2 Power Fists. That'll do. Our Gokolo Prime as well. Which doesn't have any kind of sneaky abilities, but still looks very xenomorphic. The anti-Gokolo. And so Trident shall be used in glorious combat. What we'll do is just bring these lot. Is that the entire crew? To the dunes on this side. To Yamiboro. Flanking around and going after their artillery. We'll just leave all these Saurus over here. Give them all their own group. We'll lock them as well, so if I ever decide to charge the men, they can just rush as one gigantic blob. That's in our Chillhop guns. We'll put them in the center. They'll be sniping out Thorek or the Iron Drakes before they get closer. So our frontline infantry and our Kroq-Gar. Our support beasts. Which really, both of these revive crystals need to be with the secondary group here. Same thing with the Gokolo Prime, and then all of our Cav. And our artillery monsters. Let the final battle begin. But advance the skink teams here. They're gonna fire on us where they know the important targets are, which very fair. To the source of the other direction then. Alright, everyone. Keep advancing up the flank. Let the skinks advance as well, just far enough where they're not getting shot at by all the artillery yet. Soften up that front line of hammerers with a C-beam shot. Weaken that accuracy here for everyone. Run shuttle or flame cannon, see if you can enjoy some snakes. And an aura blasting away, so we'll have everyone here except for our Gyrodon. Would advance up this flank. C-beam engine, go ahead and start taking some cracks at those Iron Drakes there. You three, use those javelins well. Send them all forward. In fact, we can get these Saurus in their own group, lock it, and then send them all straight in. Kroq-Gar Elder, go break up those Thunderer teams. Zolodocus, you go help. Big flyer, go deal with the cannons. Dawn, let's go deal with those Iron Drakes. Quickly falls protection here on these guys that are getting shot at by everyone at the same time. Going nowheres. Alright, now we time amuck. Send the boys in. Go ahead and fall back just a little bit there. You're a little bit too close. Chirping guns, go after Thorek. Everything else is charge in. Enemy Boral, let's go ahead and smash through this line. Solo Prime, go hunt down Thorek. Go ahead and drop the staff on these clowns. Before we get in there on those Iron Drakes. Swords are swarming through the back line. Get these flame cannons shut down. Ornis, you are now on anti-gyro bomber duty. Falls protection, everyone up front here. We're trying to shut down these flame cannons. They're trying to cook our big toad priest. You gotta give them credit for their ability to keep firing through adversity. Let's stop Thorek from escaping. Have Solo Prime actually turn around, give his killing blow. Drop heals on Gakolo. Our Kroq-Gar Elders over. Blast and magic swords of flyers are shooting heck out of the sky with a quickness. That looks like the end for the dwarfs. We got the couple of units still fighting there in the center, so we'll drag them through. Falls protection there on Gakolo Prime. Who definitely is using some either Nakari or the Keeper of Secrets animations here. That Hail Swipe one looked a little bit unique. Either way, the Parade of Dinos is way too much for X-Men here. An excellent final battle. Alright, Khadgar and his themed army was extremely successful. Granted, we had a whole bunch of help, but we're not going to worry about that at all. We shall exterminate the last 4 X-Men. And with that, that is going to be the end for our Kroq-Gar campaign. Thank you all so much for tuning in and all the support for this campaign. It's been so much fun kind of checking out all of these different mods. Our next Lizardmen campaign will likely leave off the one for all the beasties and the safari hunts, just because it does give you so many strong, so very, very powerful beasties so early on in your campaign that it just kind of made our stuff a walkthrough here. Even by making some really, really bad decisions early on, we didn't really feel punished whatsoever, so no more crazy overpowered dinos, even though they were a ton of fun. Hope you all enjoyed watching them do battle. We got to show off, I think, just about all of them, which I'm very excited about. The only ones we missed were one end of the convoy. Was this guy here. Lamimus. And it is kind of an interesting one where it's a skirmisher. It's very similar to like your ancient Razordon that we have, where it shoots a barrage of bolts. It's not the best from what I've seen, but it's another unit that we didn't get to take a quick look at, but we got to see everything else across the board. Oh, except for we didn't get to see the Ray Corporus. Ah, yeah, the Terror Bird. That's fair. No Terror Birds for us. But I will say thank you all one last time here for our Kroq-Gar campaign. If you all enjoyed, remember to leave a like for the Light God and a sub for the sub throne, and I'll see you all next time.